Hi everyone, let's solve this very quickly. And by the way, you're welcome to Fuco Mathematics. And here we have this problem here to solve. So let's provide a solution very quickly. X squared minus 2x all squared equals 64. Now look at that 64, it is a perfect square. So you can just take the square root of both sides and reduce that 64. So we will now have x squared minus 2x all squared, then we'll square it. So we will now square 64. We'll take the square root of 64, but it's always plus or minus. Now the next point is that this square root and the square can go, so that we'll have x squared minus 2x. The square is no longer there. Then we have plus or minus square root of 64 is 8. Now, because of this plus or minus, we're going to have two values there. Look at the equation now. X minus 2x is equal to 8, or x squared minus 2x is equal to negative 8. So that if this is the case, I can now bring this to the left. I will leave this out, come back to it later. So we have x squared minus 2x minus 8 equals 0. Okay, now let's use the formula method to deal with this. Our x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. Then we divide all through by 2a. But we have our a to be 1, the coefficient of x squared, b to be minus 2, coefficient of x, and c to be minus 8, which is the constant. So we put this into the formula now, so that x will be, in place of minus b, we write minus minus 2. That will turn this minus 2 to positive 2. Then plus or minus, we're going to have minus 2 squared, that is in place of 2b squared, minus 4 times a, and then times minus 8. All of this is divided by what? Divided by 2 times 1. Now x is equal to 2 plus or minus 2 squared is 4, whether negative or positive, the same thing. Then negative negative is positive. 4 times 8 is 32. Then we divide this by 2. So our x will now be 2 plus or minus square root of this plus this is 36. Then we divide all through by 2. Now our x is going to be 2 plus or minus square root of 36 is 6, and this is over 2. So what are we saying? This is a 2-in-1 solution. But before then, let's do this. X is equal to 2 over 2 plus or minus 6 over 2. So that x is equal to 1 plus or minus 3. And this means that our x is equal to 1 plus 3 or 1 minus 3. So that x is equal to 4 or minus 2. So from here we have two solutions. Let's go back to the equation that we left out, and then we will deal with it. Look at it over here. Okay, this particular equation. So let's go and pick it up right away. Okay, so from here we are going to get two more solutions, and we'll add to the previous two. Now using your formula again, x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. divided by 2a. Our a is 1 again, b is minus 2 like before. And okay, by the way, remember that you're supposed to bring this one here. So if you do that, your c will become plus 8. Okay, because this is how the equation should be: x squared minus 2x then plus 8 equals 0. So our c is positive. Let's put this into the formula now, so that x will now be minus b, that will be minus 2 plus or minus b squared, that will be minus 2 all squared minus 4 times a times what? Times 8, because c is 8. So this is divided by 2 times 1. So that if we take a step further, we have x to be minus minus is positive, plus or minus 2 minus 2 squared is 4, then minus 32. Because 4 times 1 times 8 is 32. As we divide this by 2 times 1, which is 2. Now guess what I'm going to do? Our x is going to be 2 plus or minus square root of negative 28. How did I get that? 4 minus 32 is negative 28. Then we divide this by 2. Now take another step, which will be 2 plus or minus square root of 28, then multiply by square root of negative 1, so that we'll be free to simplify root 28. Okay, so let's continue. Our x will now be what? We have 2 plus or minus square root of 28 is the same thing as 4 multiplied by 7. Then multiply by I, square root of negative 1 is I. This is divided by 2. So our x is now 2 plus or minus square root of 4 is 2, then square root of 7 times I. This is divided by 2. And this can be rewritten as x equals to plus or minus, we have 2i square root of 7 divided by 2. So that if you want, this can go there, so that x is what? 1 plus or minus, this will go there, we have I, then we have root 7. So to proceed from here, we have our x to be what? 1 plus I root 7, or 1 minus I root 7. Now to bring the four solutions together, let's do this. We had x1 before to be equal to 4. If you can recall, we had x2 to be equal to minus 2. x3 is from here, which is 1 plus I root 7. Then x4 is equal to 1 minus I root 7. So these are the solutions to the equation.